What's up? What's up, y'all? I wanted to post this video and speak about boxing real quick, cause I've been hearing a lot about Mike Tyson, and I want y'all to understand one thing. For all you that talk about Tyson was trash when he was in his prime, and I want to explain Tyson's years from when he was champion, before he was champion, in the era that Mike Tyson came up in. Because a lot of y'all don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fan of Mike Tyson's. I'm a Generation Xer like him. He's about 6 years older than me. I'm kind of early Generation X in the middle. So I'm not going to tell y'all how old I am, because y'all know how old I am. I came up in a time when I was in my teen years. Mike Tyson was fighting on HBO. He was fighting on HBO. His first fight was Hector Mercedes in 1985. Mind you, Tyson was in the Olympic trials in 1984. When Mike Tyson turned professional, he built up his record. And I forgot what fight it was. He fought Joe Frazier's son, Marvis Frazier, annihilated him in the first round, right? After that fight, he fought Jesse Ferguson, mixed blood green, beat him. James Quick Tillis took him the distance, beat him. The toughest test up to that point was Jose Roberto. Jose Roberto was 6'6". He could bang. Now, I want you to fact check everything I'm saying, because everything I'm saying is 100%. I know boxing. I used to box. I understand the fight game. I understand it clearly. Now, fast forward. When he fought Trevor Berbick. Trevor Berbick beat Muhammad Ali. He fought Larry Holmes. He fought a lot of people, right? Mike Tyson came up in an era when I call it the golden age of boxing. That was the best time in boxing ever. Muhammad Ali didn't come in the golden age of boxing. Ali came prominent in 1963 when he fought Sonny Liston, and he beat Sonny Liston. From that point on, and remember, Ali lost 3.5 years. So when he came back, he didn't have the stuff he had before, which is his best asset, his legs. That's not the golden age of boxing. The golden age of boxing was in the era from when Joe Frazier was champion, Ali beat him, and Ali went and beat George Foreman. From that era on up to 1988 was the golden age of boxing. Larry Holmes' era of boxing was the best era of boxing, and I say the best era of heavyweights. Mike Tyson was a Larry Holmes era heavyweight at his tail end. Okay, Mike Tyson was one of the greatest champions of Larry Holmes era, because after Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas was a Larry Holmes era fighter. He was a journeyman. He could fight. He could bang. Right now, them two fighters was the last of that era. When Evander Holyfield came, it was a new era of boxing, which means it was Riddick Bowe, David Tua, and all these other people that have came. Okay, that's why that Mike Tyson predated Evander Holyfield in the professionals. Evander became champion after Mike Tyson. Became pro after Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson predated Riddick Bowe and all them cats. Tyrell Biggs is a Larry Holmes era fighter. A lot of people, y'all don't remember this guy named Ronaldo Snipes. You got to study these. Ronaldo Snipes was good. Joe Hip. These guys could bang. They was good journeymen. They could rumble. You got to understand boxing. So all these people talking about Evander Holyfield, which was a great champion, and I believe this. I love Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson in them days, his early days up until Carl the Truth Williams, was Mike Tyson's best times. And I say this, when you study Mike Tyson and Carl Truth Williams fight, When you look at what Tyson was doing in 1989, and when he fought Buster Douglas 4 months or 6 months after that, look how his skills eroded. Why did his skills erode? Because he underestimated Buster Douglas. He thought Buster Douglas was going to be a bum, and he wasn't. Buster Douglas fought some of the good fighters, but when he fought good fighters, he couldn't get over the hump. For this apparent reason, his mom died, and he got over the hump that night, and he beat Mike Tyson. He gave him a boxing lesson. I'm just be honest with you. I love Mike. Mike is my man. Okay, now, getting back. When you look at Tyson through 1986 up until 1989, Mike Tyson was indestructible. Okay? His downfall was when he fired Kevin Rooney. That was the beginning of the end. Okay? Then you had his entourage getting in his head. Okay? And I'm getting tired of everybody trying to blame Don King. Mike Tyson was a seasoned professional at this point. He was the CEO. So he was responsible for his downfall. That brother, he was indestructible, invincible. I remember Iron Mike Tyson. This was before social media, y'all. So I can talk about it because I'm a Generation Xer. I lived it. So before all y'all talk that yin yang about me not being there, I was there. So nobody can dispute that. Now, I'm going to get to February 10th, 1990. And I want you to understand this. When I explain this Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson fight, I want you to go back and look at Carl Truth Williams and look at Mike Tyson fighting Buster Douglas. First of all, Mike Tyson was not chiseled. When you look at Tyson's back and you look at his shoulders, you can tell Mike Tyson trained hard for these fights. Look at Carl Truth Williams, Tyson's back. Look at his back muscles. You gotta look at things on a fighter to tell if they're ready. When Mike Tyson before the fight, you see him doing this thing in his corner where he's kind of skipping. You could tell Mike Tyson come to fight. He didn't skip that night. When the bell rung, Mike Tyson did not move. Mike Tyson bobbed his head 3 times. Look at the fight. Buster Douglas was on his toes, throwing his jab, textbook, jab, right hand, left hook, uppercut. And Mike Tyson had a thing where when he attacked you, he'll let you come and roll, bob and weave, then he'll come back, okay? What Buster Douglas did to Mike Tyson, what people overlook, is he punched off the clinch. You gotta understand boxing. After you punch and he unload and you get low and you close, Mike Tyson had a tendency to hold Buster Douglas. When they in the hold, then Buster punched off the clinch. If you don't believe me, look at the Mike Tyson Buster Douglas fight. Look at what Buster Douglas did when he punched off the clinch. Mike Tyson's head was on the center line. Mike Tyson know better. You don't have your head on the line. You got to move your head like he been doing for the whole fight to be effective, to get inside, to get under that jab. Mike Tyson didn't do that. And if he did, Buster Douglas timed his movement and caught him coming in. Mike Tyson did not use his footwork. He didn't use none of that. So for all y'all talking about everybody could have beat Tyson in his prime, that's BS. And Deontay Wilder, which I think Deontay Wilder is an all-time puncher. But I'm not going to be disrespectful for him because I like Deontay Wilder. I have to disagree with him talking about he could beat Tyson in his prime. I firmly disagree with that. And I'm not going to go into it because I'm not going to disrespect Deontay Wilder. I think he was a good champion. Moving on. When you look at that fight, Buster Douglas did what Larry Holmes didn't do. He was punching off the clinch the whole fight. He was moving. He was establishing his jab. He was offsetting Tyson's attack. Every time Tyson got set, he would throw a jab. Every time Tyson got set, he would throw a right cross. Every time Tyson came forward, he would step left and pivot and throw punches. He kept throwing punches. Mike Tyson got confused, and he got caught. When he caught Buster Douglas, that bell saved Buster Douglas. So Buster Douglas needed to pray and thank God for that bell, because if it wasn't for that bell, Buster Douglas would not have been a champion. He would have got knocked out. So thank the bell. Now, when Tyson got knocked down, it was a long count. But you can't take nothing away from James Buster Douglas. I say this, and I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to get criticism, but I have to say it. Buster Douglas fought that night. He was Ali in Ali's prime that night when he fought Mike Tyson. And a lot of it was not physical, it was mental. That brother he scored the biggest upset in boxing history, in sports history. And I take my hat off to James Buster Douglas. I've been thinking about this video. I had to get it off my chest. I'm tired of people talking about Tyson wasn't prepared. Tyson was an undisputed heavyweight champion. You can't make excuses for that. You know, you shouldn't have been out having sex with girls, Japanese girls, drinking Dom Perignon, eating filet mignon, having sex with some girls, and you got to fight the next day. And they fought. If you understand anything about that side of the world, that's Pacific. Over here is the Atlantic Ocean. They was fighting over in the Pacific. That means that Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas fought during the daytime. So when he was having sex with them Japanese girls, Mike Tyson should have been sleeping, getting his rest, and going to the gym. He wasn't doing that. So whose fault is that? That's not Don King's fault. That's not his entourage's fault. That's Mike Tyson's fault. So Mike Tyson destroyed with Custody Amato and Kevin Rooney's team, and his team Tyson worked for Tyson. He destroyed it. And again, Mike, I love Mike Tyson, man. I'm telling you, if Mike see this, hey Mike, you my man, bro. I used to follow you, man, and I love you, brother, but I gotta speak on this one. I examine that fight as a fighter, and I'm the only one in any boxing commentary. I don't care if it's Teddy Atlas, I don't care who it was. I expose why Tyson got beat. Nobody never looked at the fight and said Larry Holmes was way better than Buster Douglas, right? He was way better. But what made Buster Douglas better than Larry Holmes that night? Why did he knock Tyson out? Larry Holmes didn't do it. None of them did. Pinklin Thomas didn't do it. And these guys, Pinklin Thomas could fight. And I'm getting tired of you younger cats under me in Generation X, or you baby boomers talking about all of them guys Tyson fought was bums. Let's go through it. Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker, when he fought Tyson in 1987, he never lost a fight. His last fight he lost was in 1979. Think about that. And he's a bum. Buster Douglas got beat by Tony Tucker. And Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas. Think about that. What does that tell you? Styles make fights, people. You got to understand, Buster Douglas' father was James Douglas. He was a light heavyweight, middleweight contender in the 60s and the 70s, in the early 80s. Think about that. Who told Buster Douglas the information? If you ask Buster Douglas how he beat Tyson, I guarantee you're going to say that my pop told me something about his style. Because Mike Tyson's pickable style is acceptable to uppercuts and jabs, but you got to be able to take a punch. You got to be able to move and stay out of the way of Tyson's power. You have to create distance with your jab. I mean, all you boxing commentators, all y'all experts, nobody said this. I'm the only one that I know that exposed this issue. So again, I want y'all to look at this video. It's long. It's about 15 minutes long. I want you to go back and look at Mike Tyson's fight when he fought Carter Truth Williams. And look at because he fought Buster Douglas in February 1990 and he got knocked out. Look at the skill deterioration that Mike Tyson, he hadn't been cut. He used to be cut, he used to be chiseled. When he fought Alex Stewart, I was there that night in Atlantic City at Trump Plaza when he fought Alex Stewart, and I seen Tyson. Tyson was cut. I seen him from a distance. He was cut. Mike Tyson's body was like a chiseled light heavyweight. But Tyson's a heavyweight. Because of his height, he's so short, he's just stocky. But you look at Mike Tyson in that fight when he fought Buster Douglas, and you tell me he wasn't chiseled. Another thing, when they was in the corner and Tyson's eyes beginning to swell up, what did they have on his eye? They had a balloon, which is an indication they didn't expect to be there that long. When you in boxing, people, when you boxing, your cornerman, it's a cut man that has an end swell. The end swell takes down the swelling so you can get through the fight. Mike Tyson didn't even have a cut man. Whose fault is that? Mike Tyson's the CEO of the team. With that being said, I hope y'all like my video. It's your boy, DMR. And drop a comment, y'all, and tell me if I'm wrong. Look at the fight. Look at him. Look at Buster Douglas punching off the clinch. He was getting off first, beating Tyson to the punch, offsetting his attack. With that being said, it's your boy, DMR. Peace.